Hello and welcome to Time About the Movies Flashback, as we are doing this on Halloween of 2025. We're actually flashing back 1 week before Halloween 1986 with 3 films, each of scary matters. Every one of them has at least a scare factor to them, but at least one of them is not supposed to be scary. But once you see what we're going to talk about here, and once you see what this movie actually was, some people will think of it as scary. Let's take a look at that first film.
Harvard Law School.
Yeah! Tuition and fees, $10,493.
Harvard Law School. This is a big day for all of us. That's why I've decided to let you pay your own way.
Estimated annual living expenses,
You ever applied for a loan before?
$7,500.
Mr. Watson, you don't pay your bills. Get out.
Total for 3 years of law school.
Wait a second, look at this. Full tuition for the most qualified applicant.
Most qualified black applicant.
$53,979. Don't you think you're overreacting? No.
Congratulations, Mr. Watson.
Thank you, sir. I'll do my best.
Some people would do anything to get into Harvard.
It's gonna be great. These are the 80s, man. It's the Cosby decade.
Holy fucking shit, what the hell, man? I mean, okay, first of all, the Cosby decade. Yeah, the Cosby decade was great back in the 1980s. Now, I don't think anybody considers a decade with Cosby at the centerpiece of it a great thing. But not only that, let's talk about the bad makeup on C. Thomas Howell, because holy crap, that looks bad. This is, of course, Soul Man, and it's a movie notoriously known in history as a film that, yeah, that's definitely something that will not be tolerated in today's world, and obviously for a good reason. But C. Thomas Howell stars as a white male law student who pretends to be black in order to qualify for a scholarship at Harvard. As the trailer indicates, you know, Harvard's cost a whole lot of money to essentially go there and all that. As they said, they're almost $60,000. So they come across this thing where you can get a scholarship through if you're an African American, and so he decides to do this by cheating by using tanning pills in order to appear as an African American. And doesn't even look like an African American, man. He looks like an Indian, and he looks more like an Indian person than Fisher Stevens did in the Short Circuit movies. I mean, that's how bad that makeup is in general. Believe it or not, this was actually written by Carol L. Black, who also was the same person that gave us The Wonder Years and also Ellen. Yeah, that same person made this movie. I mean, that's really hard to believe. But on top of that, there's a good cast in this movie. Ray Don Chung, Ari Gross, Leslie Nielsen, James Earl Jones, Melora Hardin, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Wallace Langham. I mean, a solid cast all around in this movie. But not only that, I mean, it's bad enough that he's trying to pretend he's black, but why is he trying to pretend like he's retarded, too? There's literally points in the movie where he's literally got the sunglasses on, he's doing the Tom Cruise thing from Risky Business, like, I need to get some sunglasses to show you what I'm talking about. Like, you get the idea. It looks really stupid, just like it looks stupid right there. I don't know what the hell was going on with that, I'm sorry. But I digress. This movie was, yeah. Obviously, it garnered a lot of controversy because of Howell's makeup comparisons to blackface. It actually prompted protests at the film's release, and yet it was one of the biggest hits of the year. It grossed $35 million off of a budget of $4.5 million. So, yes, this movie did go on to have a cult following over the years, and sure enough, I mean, it was a big hit overall, and, you know, just, I mean, the movie was trying to be the antithesis to something like Tootsie. You know, Tootsie was a movie, of course, about a man masquerading as a woman for career advancement, and, you know, one of the big controversies of it, you know, who said this line, actually? The producer, Steve Tisch, actually compared this movie to Tootsie, saying, "It used comedy as a device to expose sexual stereotyping. I think Soul Food used it to explore racial stereotyping." And if you confidentially want to know what how most people took it back then, Ronald and Nancy Reagan saw this movie in the White House, and they said the Reagans enjoyed the film and especially enjoyed seeing their son Ron, because Ron Reagan had a cameo in this movie. But yeah, it's a movie where, I mean, the idea for it isn't a bad idea. There are some good ideas to it, and done the right way, you could have had something here, but you don't really have anything in there. Like, it really was a film that had its heart in the right place, but man, talk about a major missed opportunity with the whole idea. Like, if you would at least tried to make him look like a black guy instead of just making him look like an Indian person or so, it's like, I mean, that's one thing and all that, but just this movie was such a disastrous mess on so many levels. It's not even that it's a funny movie. It's a movie that you look at and be like, they really got away with this. Like, you could never do a movie like this nowadays whatsoever in a million years. Like, this, what can you say? It's a terrible film. I mean, it wasn't a film that deserved to be a hit. It wasted a lot of good talent in here. There's a good idea here, just poor execution. That's the best way you can describe it here. So, Soul Man. Freaking Soul Man.
I've heard of raising spirits from the dead by incantations, right? I did that by playing a record backwards.
These evil people have just got to be stopped.
What have you done to your stereo?
I wanted to know it.
Trick or Treat, rated R. Starts Friday, October 24th at theaters everywhere.
That's our next movie, and I completely forgot to tell you what the title of our next movie was, and that is Trick or Treat. And as you can see, it's a bizarrely funny premise overall. It's a premise that has a good idea to it. The plot centers around an outcast metalhead teenager who is haunted by the ghost of his rock hero, and you have characters played by Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne making their film debuts. And this is directed by the same guy that gave us Dolphin Tale, too. So, yeah, what a difference 25 years will make for you. But, you know, the idea overall of this is actually a pretty fun idea overall. You got an idea where essentially, you know, you have the idea of, you know, this guy being, this metalhead teenager from the 1980s being in love with his rock hero to the point where he has a ghost following him around. Like, that's a really fun concept overall. It's a silly concept. It's a ridiculous concept all across the board. But it's a fun concept overall. And this is a film that fits right in the alleyway of a typical video nasty movie from the 1980s. A slasher film that isn't going to get the proper recognition it deserves at the time. But don't worry, because it will find life later on down the road. And certainly did find a cult following. And it's not hard to see why. It's a silly, fun film. I mean, yeah, it works on so many different levels. Such a good film. Such a really, really good film overall. Trick or Treat, definitely enjoyable fun overall. I know Halloween is just come and gone, but hey, watch it next year when you get a chance to. So let's go ahead and move on to our last one that we have here, and that's H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond.
Journey begins in the mind. A flight of imagination. A vision of what might lie across the universe. Or within the deepest regions of the subconscious. Dr. Edward Pretorius is about to embark on such a journey.
It's out of control. You've got to turn it off.
Something's coming.
Humans are such easy prey. From the makers of Reanimator, From Beyond.
This is pretty much exactly what you expect from the film, from the same director as Reanimator, and from the same writer as Reanimator 2. From Beyond centers around a pair of scientists attempting to stimulate the pineal gland with a device called the resonator, with the unforeseen result of their perceiving creatures from another dimension. The creatures drag the head scientist into their world, returning him as a grotesquely shape-shifting monster that preys upon the others of the laboratory. And yeah, like I said, this is right up in the alley of the same people that made Reanimator, right down to the same people who were in Reanimator, Jeffrey Combs, Barbara Crampton. I mean, it's about what you expect for a film like this, and really, if I have to, if you go into this movie and you're not really interested into it, then clearly you do not understand the power of Reanimator. Like, you have to admire the absurdity and the over-the-topness of Reanimator to really appreciate the fun factor of From Beyond. And again, perfect film for the era of the video nasties, you know, practical effects that look pretty badass. A film that was not well received by most people at the time. Actually, nowadays it's gotten the reappraisal that it has deserved. But yeah, it's a movie where you typically can get an indication of that. If you've seen Reanimator or even know what Reanimator is, and you're not invested in that way, shape, or form, I mean, this is a film that's worth checking out. I mean, here's the best way to describe it. Gene Siskel and Roger Ebert actually gave this positive reviews. I mean, Roger Ebert gave it 2.5 out of 4 stars, which, okay, maybe isn't a positive review, but, you know, this is a film that is, I mean, it's a film that he liked. Gene Siskel really liked a little bit, but Gene Siskel liked it more. I mean, it is a fun film overall. And these are guys that really do not like these type of movies, but hey, sure enough, it worked to a lot of different critics back then. But yeah, overall, really, really fun film. Silly, over the top, sometimes scary, but a lot of fun overall. H.P. Lovecraft's From Beyond. And with all that said, we wrap up another episode of Time About the Movie's Flashback. We'll flashback to October 17th, 1986, with Martin Scorsese's The Color of Money, the sequel to The Hustler, with Paul Newman returning in the role that would finally win him an Academy Award. Tom Cruise is also in it, as well as Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. And also we have Sid and Nancy with Gary Oldman, directed by Alex Cox, and also The Gospel According to Vic. So we'll take a look at those 3 films next time on the show. That'll be next week, of course. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification button. Check out our previous episode and also the playlist next to that. And, yeah, that's all I got for you this week. So with all that said, thanks for watching this, and I will see you guys next week. Until then, take care.